In the mid-1950s, Colin Law and Sidney Goldsmith, each a fine designer and animator, teamed up with Roman Kreuter to produce the film board's most ambitious animated film to date, Universe, by using a variety of techniques of animation and special effects. Their aim was to evoke a sense of total realism, to transport the viewer into places where, in those days, the camera couldn't go.
If we could move with the freedom of a god, so that 1,000,000 years pass in a second, and if we went far enough, past the nearest suns, beyond the star clouds and nebulae, in time they would end, and as if moving out from behind a curtain, we would come to an endless sea of night. In that sea are islands, continents of stars, that we have named the galaxies. The largest known forms in the universe, hundreds of billions of suns bound together by gravity, rotating around their common center once in 200 million years. Our sun, with its planets, is near the edge of one such galaxy, the rim of which we see dimly as the Milky Way. The galaxies are the birthplace and graveyard of the stars. Here, gas contracts into knots, becomes hot, and flares into the life of a sun, sometimes forming with it planets, sometimes planets which must be suitable for life. And here, too, the stars finally consume themselves and collapse into cold, dark dwarfs. A 100 billion suns, yet forms so enormous that they have been observed slipping through one another like phantoms, their stars light years apart, continuing undisturbed in their courses. At the very limit of our most powerful instruments, galaxies still are flung across space, themselves as numerous as stars in the night sky. But when we look this deeply into space, we are looking at a ghostly image of the distant past, for the light by which we see these regions started traveling towards us long before the dawn of life on Earth.
In 1961, a British mathematician and filmmaker, Trevor Fletcher, visited the film board and produced, for teaching purposes, a film dealing with the mathematics of four-line conics.
As the position of the base point varies, the 11-line conic varies as well.
In the course of designing the animated movements, Fletcher discovered hitherto unknown mathematical statements as a direct result of the animation process.
If the base point moves along a line, then the related set of 11-line conics touches the conjugate line. The conics we have constructed form another range.
Stimulated by Fletcher's interest in the possibility of using animation to teach mathematics, René Jaudoin, in 1966, produced Notes on a Triangle for elementary school grades. Later in the same year, Jodouin became leader of the newly formed French animation studio at the Film Board. As one of McLaren's first trainees, he was very conscious of the traditions the new studio was inheriting.
The Quebec style is pretty much Norman McLaren because, a number of his films were done from French folk song. And of course, every Quebecer that comes to the board is well aware of those films.
Children love the inanimate which becomes animated. In his children's film Choo Choo, Ko Herdeman used an interesting combination of 2- and 3-dimensional animation. Children's blocks were made to move at the same time as drawings were animated on the blocks, thus creating a double illusion of movement. The Animal Movie, by Grant Monroe and Ron Tunis, was another children's film made to illustrate the various kinds of locomotion observable in the animal kingdom. Because the animation film is so direct in its impact, and because it can deal effectively with abstract ideas, animation is an ideal vehicle for social satire. In 1967, before urban environment was a popular cause, Yvon Mallet produced his film, Boomsville. It has been said that the most important thing about animation is acting, and that an animator is a frustrated actor who is too shy or too uncoordinated to go out on the stage. So what does he do? He sits down and does his acting on paper. Hot Stuff, directed and animated by Zlatko Grgic and written by Don Ariely, was made for the Dominion Fire Commissioner of Canada.
Poopsie, what's on the TV?
Stop calling me Poopsie!
Could you turn it up, please?
Why don't you work in here? You're always asking me questions. Call me when it comes on, okay?
Oh, while you're up, could you get me some toast and coffee, Poopsie?
I was only gonna get a drink.
Where's the cream? Cream? My cream! Have you seen my cream?
Where's the butter, dear?
It's right here by the cream.
Hurry, come on.
Pickles! It started!
My name is Ralph.
Yoo-hoo! The TV is on again!
All right, all right!
Where's my cream?
Hurry, come on, boil, will you? Boil!
Where is the cream?
Hurry, Toast, hurry!
A biscuit, anything. A sandwich.
Ah!
Glass of water. I don't care.
Now plug it in with the TV.
Master? You're not listening to me. Look, how about 2% milk? You know, cats have to have their cholesterol. Dear, sweetheart, Poopsie, I can smell the toast burning.
All right, I said! Where's the sugar?
Oh, just a minute, Poopsie. There it is.
You have a mouse in there. I'm missing my program. Come on, Toast.
Wait! Oh! Oh, no! Ah! Oh, Poopsie! Oh! No, not the fork! Ah! No! Ah! Oh, fire! Fire! I might just wait for a hot mouse. A mouse flambeau.
Although one of the main roles of animation at the Film Board has been the making of films with a message, the cultural tradition, begun during the war with animated folk songs, has been continued. Ryan Larkin is an animator who's worked in this tradition, creating the well-known films Walking and Street Music. Evelyn Lambert joined the Film Board only shortly after Norman McLaren himself. During her long career in animation, she progressed from assistant to full collaborator with McLaren and has long been recognized as a fine animator in her own right. Meticulous attention to detail and a fairy tale sense of design are evident in all her films, and particularly in her most recent production, Mr. Frog Went A-Courtin'.
Mr. Frog went a-courting, he did ride. Froggy went a-courting, he did ride, his sword and pistol by his side. He tiptoed up to Miss Mouse's door. He tiptoed up to Miss Mouse's door. He gave 3 knocks and a great loud roar. Miss Mousie, are you within? Miss Mousie, are you within? Oh yes, Mr. Frog, I sit and spin.
An important influence on the National Film Board has been that of foreign animators who've been invited to make films at the board, thereby sharing their artistic talents and technical skills with the Film Board's own animators. Among these, the famous name of Bretislav Poyar stands out. Poyar, the most celebrated of the many highly skilled Czechoslovakian animators, has developed a new and simplified technique of animation using cutouts made from painted cel with interchangeable parts. Assisted by Francine Desbiens, he created for the National Film Board his allegory of war and its causes, Balabloc. Another famous animator to work at the National Film Board is Lotte Reiniger. Born in Berlin in 1899, she pioneered the film of the Chinese shadow puppet, in which silhouettes move in front of a light source. After a number of early experiments, which soon came to be considered works of art, she created, in the years 1923 to 26, the first feature-length animated film in the history of the cinema, The Adventures of Prince Ahmed. Now resident in London, in 1974 she toured North America and was invited by the National Film Board to animate a film in Canada. She chose the medieval French romance of Aucassin and Nicolette. In these scenes from her film, Aucassin, a young noble, has fled the castle of his father for love of a maiden of lower station in life. He meets his Nicolette in a bower of flowers she has built in the forest, and together they embark on a ship for foreign parts where many adventures befall them. Film Board animator Caroline Leaf visited the Canadian Arctic for help from the Inuit people with her animated version of one of their legends, The Owl Who Married a Goose. In the Western Arctic, Nanagak, the artist, drew designs for her, and in the East, two old ladies imitated bird noises for the film's soundtrack. The dialogue is in the Inuit language.
Kanguit, anak kasi mata kitang agilo malagata. Tamani tildi sa kitugoy takat sa kawit.
Maling itu lang naman.
Nima kunna oldi sinlerit. Hanukki.
Ketuk taalakkonga.
Hanuleqqit.
Isook taalakkonga.
Hanuleqivi.
Humisuk taalakkonga.
Hanukki.
Live-action film has been shaken by revolutions in taste and technology, in particular the challenge of television, but animation has gone on from strength to strength as a unique and essential part of the basic cinematic experience.